Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of PTD6. So let's finally do Park Path and Chimps. So for this gameplay, I'm gonna go with Obin just to show you how big the changes in the 11.0 patch have been regarding Chimps and Obin. Now you can see that you cannot start Chimps with Obin, and that's a huge thing because most of the maps and the more advanced maps were beatable early game because of Obin, because you just placed him and his wolf attacks just do a lot of damage, double layer, and you were good to go. But now you can't, and that's a huge thing. So now we're forced to start with other in other ways, right? And in this case, whenever there is some water, you can always start with a submarine and a dark monkey. Normally it's a start that is going to give you enough damage to survive the early rounds, but on the maps that don't have water, that is where a little bit of problems arise, because you're gonna be forced on those maps to start with 3 dark monkeys. So place first yeah, so 1, 2, and 3 dark monkeys are 645 cash, and of course in the more like easier maps, it's still possible to start in another way. In this case, for this map, I just wanted to start in this way, but I could also have started with a ninja or with the other towers, and it would have worked out anyway. But in more advanced maps, it's not possible. And yeah, so triple dart monkey start in Chimps is coming, and now I'm pretty sad for the very simple reason that all my Chimps gameplays that I've done so far are gonna be useless right now, and they're gonna be useless because of the fact that now they're not usable anymore. So the strategies I show on those gameplays will not be able to be used because of the fact that most of them are gonna have Obin as a starter, and now you can't start anymore with Obin. But despite that, I'm gonna still continue with the series. I'm gonna cover the advanced maps and then the expert maps, what I can, do Chimps, because unfortunately in Chimps, especially for the more expert maps, there aren't really a lot of different strategies that you can use. You can vary a little bit, but the base strategy, especially the first rounds, are always identical. So I may not even do Chimps for the more advanced maps because of the fact that on YouTube you can already find a lot of videos on that, more detailed videos, and also players that are a lot better than me and that play better as well the game. So yeah, that was just to end to say the thing about Chimps now. Okay, so still the fact that Obin costs more does not take out the fact that he's gonna level up, he's gonna buff the towers around him because of his increase in range, and then he's gonna also buff now how it's called, the magic monkeys. It's gonna buff them even more because it's gonna have the a level 2 is gonna buff them only with 1 of pierce, so that's worse than it was before the 11.0 patch. It was 2 pierce, but now the cool thing is that at level 11 you unlock 3 pierce, so from 1 you go to 3, and I think overall that's better because that means that despite Obin early game being weaker, he's more expensive, and he doesn't give as much as piercing to the towers. Then he's late game, so after level 11 he actually is stronger, and it's gonna make magic monkeys stronger. So yeah, that was just to say what in my opinion is has been a debuff in terms of Obin, you know, the cost, not being able to start chimps anymore with him. It's a huge factor. But the fact that his late game has been also buffed in a certain way, yeah, it's also nice. So definitely still one of the strongest heroes to use, even in chimps, despite the fact that you cannot start anymore with him. And in this case, I'm using Obin because I'm gonna go with the Prince of Darkness like strategy. So first, of course, I'm gonna get submarine sub commander. So that's gonna be my priority. And then after the sub commander, I'm gonna get the Prince of Darkness. Now the Prince of Darkness have been hugely changed and buffed in the 11.0 patch, and that's why I wanted to give it a try in chimps. Let's see how it's gonna go. So Obin here can pop lead Bloons, that's why I set it on strong. So in that way I can pop lead Bloons as the sub starts attacking the Bloons. Obin should have popped the lead layer so that this submarine should have no problems popping the remaining Bloons. This Buccaneer is useful to give range, in this case to the sub in this left part of the map, so in case some Bloons can sneak past Obin, I can attack the Bloons again in this bottom left side. So that's why, pretty much. And also in this way I'm gaining a huge area of camo detection also given to the sub without spending too much cash. Like it was a very little amount of cash that I spent for this. And now the placement of the submarines are gonna be pretty much identical to what I did in Improbable. So I'm gonna try to place one here, then another one there, then 3, and then 4. So total of 5 submarines doing the work. And now in this case I'm gonna place 3 total. Remember, this map is pretty long, so with 3 subs you should have all the damage that you need to survive and to pop, in this case, the Moab in round 40 and then the ceramics in the next rounds. I'm gonna place here an alchemist as I did for Impopable. It's exactly the same. Now this alchemist should have this top submarine a little closer than Obin, so it should buff the submarine instead of Obin. Yeah, so that's all I wanted. Now Obin Brambles here is a gamble because of the fact there are so many spots at which Brambles can be placed. They can be placed up here, they can be placed here, or like further away. So yeah, definitely it's total RNG. But yeah, in this case they got placed right here, both of them, but you can see that they're not even needed. I could pop all the ceramics there and the Moab with no effort. So of course Obin here is giving range to the subs to attack also this first portion of the map, and in that way the gameplay becomes a little faster as well, because I don't have to wait the Bloons to enter in range of the Buccaneer to actually start being attacked, other than in this case the ceramics. And so now I can get, in this case, the submarine this closest to the alchemist, so it's the one that most likely is gonna always be buffed. I can start upgrading it 204 and then 205. Pretty much the normal strategy you would go with if you're trying to get the sub commander unlocked before round 63. So pretty standard thing so far. Now the Prince of Darkness, as I said, has been changed, and especially the range has been doubled. So the range now it's very large. And so I think that I'm gonna place the Prince of Darkness here, or I may even place it here. But in range of the Alchemist, of course, I'm gonna try placing in range of both Obin and the Alchemist. And I'm gonna try, because the upgrade is not that expensive. The Sub Commander is not expensive. The Prince of Darkness is not expensive either. So if I see that I have enough damage and I can survive through, I may get also a Permabrew to complete the setup. So in that way, even if the Prince of Darkness is far away from the Alchemist, it should be given the dip and the brew once I get the Permabrew, and it should stay forever. So that should mean extra damage and more power, more power throughout the last rounds. But let's see, it all depends on how well can I survive. Now, the Prince of Darkness, unfortunately, is a tricky tower because of the fact that yes, you're gonna create these zombie balloons that are gonna fly opposite in the opposite direction, and they're gonna of course do damage and pop the balloons. But the with the 5th upgrade, you can also create some Moab, so some zombie Moabs or some zombie BFBs. Now the BFBs, of course, are gonna be the ones that are gonna do the highest damage to the balloons. But many times what happens is that if with the Prince of Darkness you don't pop that particular balloon, you're not gonna spawn BFBs, but only like balloons and Moabs, like zombie balloons and zombie Moabs, and so you're gonna do less damage with it. So it really, I don't know if it's totally RNG based or if there is like something more statistical to it. But yeah, the creation, so how strong the zombie balloons are, it depends. So it's, I don't want to say that it's random because I don't believe it's completely random, but it's pretty hard to understand when or in which circumstances you're gonna proc and you're gonna have the super strong BFB zombies. And yeah, so that's the thing. Okay, so that's the sub commander, around 57. I think I got it, so that's perfect. Okay, so now level 11 has been, the description has been changed a little bit. Now you can see that all magic monkeys in range. Oops, I forgot this one. The hotshot for the Camelot runes. I don't have yet the village, so I needed that. So now you can see that all magic monkeys in range get an additional 5 range and 3 pierce. Oh, okay, so this wasn't written in the patches, so I'm pretty disappointed. But now only magic monkeys get the extra range as well. So the extra range doesn't work anymore for the other towers, but only for magic monkeys. And yeah, that's a thing that I didn't really read on the patch notes. I don't know if I forgot about it or if it wasn't written, but so now only the alchemist is gaining range here. No, wait, the village range it's larger, right? Wait, let me see here. Yeah, but the range is still increasing even if it's not a magic monkey. So I don't know, maybe it's a bug in the description. So I don't know if it's a bug in the description or if it's a bug in terms that they want the range to apply only to magic monkeys, but it's still working as it had before, and so that's the bug. But definitely, yeah, you can see here the village range increasing when enters in range of Obin, and then increasing once more when it enters in the range of the other village. So still it's working like it worked before the patch. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, so here, as I said, so I can place it here or here. So if I place the Prince of Darkness here, most likely with the range I'm gonna be able to like attack from the very beginning, and that's gonna be also some extra range to the submarines. So I think I'm gonna place it right here. Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now to do extra damage, instead of going with the fireball and the wall of fire, it's better to get guided magic and then arcane blast, because with arcane blast you gain 2 layers of damage. So that means that the basic attacks from the wizard are gonna do 2 layers of damage, and also the zombie balloons are gonna do 2 layers of damage. So that's more damage overall. That's why it's better 204 than 024. And you can see the upgrade 25.9k, so cheaper than the sub commander. So I should be able to afford it for even before around 80. Now the Prince of Darkness, as I said, is a tower that is gonna benefit. So you're gonna create the zombie balloons once you start popping the balloons. And that's why, for example, for round 80 or even for round 100 for the BAD, the Prince of Darkness is very weak against, because you're not gonna be creating the zombie balloons because you're not popping anything, and therefore you don't have the zombie balloons, and most of the damage from the wizard is coming from the zombie balloons. And yeah, and that's the thing that you need to remember about that. So even if you go with the wizard, with the Prince of Darkness in this case, still for round 100 you're gonna need something else to be able to damage the BAD and to really destroy it fast. That's why I'm going with the sub commander in this case, because it's the perfect tower for this kind of map that is pretty long, and I can just keep range with other towers, and also it deals pretty nice damage to Bloons in general. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now I'm just waiting for the upgrade. So after I get the upgrade, you're gonna be seeing now how the damage is gonna change, the range is gonna change. Also with the 5th upgrade now, each zombie balloon has 1 more of damage, and also flies for 50% longer, so it's gonna stay 50% longer. So that means that it's gonna be able to damage more balloons overall. And here we go, that's the upgrade. So now you can see already the range, right? See how big this range is. And now you can see that I'm creating, now these are the strongest zombie balloons, these zombie BFBs. These are the balloons that are gonna really do a ton of damage. Now you can see around 80, see that I'm not creating any zombie balloon. So that's the weakest part of the wizard, that until you pop some balloons, you're not creating the zombie balloons. So especially at the beginning, actually, at the beginning of each round is where you're most weak. And these are the zombie mobs instead, so they're gonna do more damage than the balloons, but less damage than the BFBs. And you can see that it's random, so I'm not really sure what is making the Prince of Darkness produce mobs or BFBs. So you can see that right now I'm not even making and producing zombie BFBs. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know really what is the thing that makes the Prince of Darkness do the switch and start producing the BFBs instead of mobs. So I got here the MIB, of course, preparing for the DDTs in round 90. Okay, I'll be level 15. Alright, you can see that I'm not even using Wall of Cheese, I'm not using Brambles, I'm not using anything. And also the zombie balloons are produced from very far away, so you can see they have a lot of balloons here flying backwards. So even if in this case the the balloons are advancing, I'm always having some zombie balloons coming, and so ready to damage them and pop those balloons. So that's also better. Now with the Prince of Darkness, you can see that the range is enough so that the submarines attack almost from the very beginning of the map. So it should be no problem like placing another tower here. I don't need to place another tower to give the submarines more range. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just place here the last two subs, possibly in range of the village. Okay, here we go. And then the fifth one, I think is the last one, because you just have you don't have enough room to place another one. So you can see right now that I'm not even making zombie BFP, so I don't know what happened. Maybe strong, maybe first, I don't know, but I'm not I'm just producing zombie mobs right now. So I don't know if that depends on how like the balloons that the Prince of Darkness pop, or the pops. Like in this case, the sub commander is still doing the vast majority of the pops, of course. Okay, now I produce one BFP here, but then yeah, it's gonna expire and rip. Okay, so here, as I said, I'm gonna see how well can I survive, especially DDTs. Let's see how long it takes for me to pop them. And I may try wait until the permabrew, or I may start building another thing. So I could get here as well. I'm gonna get for around 100 a 040 sub to really destroy the BAD more efficiently. But I think here I may need something else, really. I'm not really... I don't feel that confident in trying to just get the permabrew, also because it's round 92. I don't even know I'm gonna get enough cash. So yeah, let's just instead get something else. So I can get here an alchemist for this, for Obin and for the Prince of Darkness. And I can also get here wait, just to be able to buff it. Yeah, I'm gonna place it here so that I cover a little bit of the bottom part. 401 wizard as well. So another wizard, but this time doing extra damage to mob class Bloons, so that should work as well. Now preparing for round 97 and 98, I can get here a mortar just to remove the fortified layer. Okay, now I'm producing BFPs. Here we go. So I don't know what happened, but now I'm making BFPs. So BFPs do a lot more of damage to normal balloons, and that's why if you have BFPs, normally you keep producing BFPs because you do more damage to the balloons. The only problem is like producing the first BFP and starting to really damage the balloons with them. Okay, almost level 20 here with Obin. So let's see now how it goes with these DDTs. So can I pop them? So they're getting further, but yeah, I have pretty confidence in the sub commander to do the work. Okay, 1 BFP, 2 BFPs, 3. Okay, now I'm making BFBs again. Yeah, here we go. Nice. So I don't know. As I said, I don't really know what makes the Prince of Darkness produce these BFBs or not. But definitely when you are producing BFBs, you are doing the highest damage to the Bloons. Okay, so here, as I said, I'm gonna stop building this in range of the sub commander, of course. 040 sub. I can move here the mortar just to defortify the Bloons as soon as the Mega layer pops. I'm gonna just place one wall of cheese just to have it for round 99 and then having another one just in case I need it. So unfortunately here I'm not producing any BFBs, any zombie BFBs, and that's pretty sad. I'm still pretty confident I will be able to survive this, but I don't know why I'm not making any BFBs here. Okay, what could I do here though is as well getting all these subs 204 as well, just to do extra damage. Okay, tanking some DDTs there with the Wallow Trees. And that's the BAD. Now you can see that I don't have any zombie balloon, and that's why I also got the other wizard, the sub commander. Like otherwise I would not be damaging at all this PvP just with the Prince of Darkness. And that's Chimps. So I hope you enjoy and see ya. Bye bye.